D-Man978 Show Review. Hello everyone, right now I'm reviewing Transformers The Last Night Deluxe Class Crosshairs from the Premiere Edition, quote unquote. I still don't know what that means, because I don't know what it means. They raised the price a few dollars, put them in a box. Is it because they're in a box? I don't know. Still all this time later. But anywho, I actually like this figure. Is it perfect? No, but it does do quite a few things correct, and I like it. One thing, or one improvement over Age of Extinction's Crosshairs, is they improved the way... It's a new mold, even though you can barely tell it's a new mold. They improved the arms, they improved the guns, they improved the backpack. Like, the whole car isn't just hanging down here. I know it's supposed to look like he's wearing like a coat, because basically he's wearing his whole alternate mode like a coat that actually blew in the wind and whatnot. They condensed that down and they folded up the hood and all that stuff back there, so it still looks like a coat. It gives you like that faux coat image, especially with these things hanging out, but it's way better executed here in my opinion. But anyhow, any gripes that I have with this figure, all the paint went to the vehicle mode, which you will see. I mean, he has a lot of paint showing right here in robot mode, but not in certain areas. Like the arms and hands are just straight up green, unless you look at this stripe on the side, or you include this shoulder bit right here that's painted black. But it's like, it's just lacking detail. It has a good amount of paint, but I wish they would have put something on the arms. The feet being silver is nice. This being silver is nice because the first figure had black legs. The head, the face is silver, but they didn't paint any of the details like on the goggles and whatnot. It looks like the back of the head is actually painted green. Instead of doing that, they should have made it green plastic and put some of that paint budget up in here. The neck articulation is my second gripe. You see all this he can do right here on the ball joint? You can't really do that. It's supposed to be like this. And it can turn that much and that much, and that's all you get. But I discovered if I bend it back, I can go ahead and cheat and have him doing extra stuff. But the head will pop up off of that ball joint if you press it too much. So, but that's some good advice for me right there. He does have paint, but it doesn't help. Like, all of this is fully painted because that's transparent plastic. Like a black plastic with metallic flake in it. But all that's painted green, and his whole body is green, so that doesn't really help anything. So that's my biggest gripe. But the articulation, I showed you the neck. The shoulders are great. It's a ball joint up in the bottom right there, so it's good for hinging forward and back, and he has sort of like a butterfly joint, which is nice. The arms go completely out. For a dual wielding character, that is something that's absolutely necessary, and I love it. Bicep rotation and double jointed elbows, plus frickin' wrist swivel. I don't remember if the original had that. It doesn't have a waist joint, and looking at how he's sculpted, there is no reason for him not to have a waist joint. Typically they have a reason, but they don't here. These things right here, it's on a hinge and a secondary hinge, so they can come in and out to the side. These of course flip in with that hinge. It's universals right here. Can kick back some before it hits the kibble, kick all the way up, which is good, and kick out to the side, which is good. The knee tricked me. I thought he had double jointed knees, but he doesn't. They sculpted in that. It looks like a stand port, and let's see something right here, because he does have one right there, but yeah, you can put stands in his knee if you want. So I guess that'll help you for poses, I guess. I wish the knee bent. It does bend more than 90 degrees, so it almost looks like he's double jointed. but it's not. He does have this swivel right here on a mushroom peg that's not covered. For some reason, this can bend back like that. The foot can kick forward and the heel spur comes in. Other robot mode features. The guns are supposed to be able to like tab in right here. And I guess the handle would have to be out because they bump into the rest of his sculpt. There are these two things right there, notches. And there's holes in the sculpt of the guns, unfortunately. I didn't mention that. One side has hollowness. You should be able to get this, because you see that they line up. Peg this onto here like that. And it hides away in the scope, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work on both sides. I saw it, it's even in this instruction, and I cannot get it to work at all in the slightest, unless, let me try this other gun coming inward. And no, I can't get it to work either direction. So after seeing that in the instructions, it's rather disappointing. Here's how tall he is next to Generations Power of the Primes Jazz right there, who is significantly taller, to be honest. So, end of the day, I love the robot mode. I just wish it had more paint detail in the arms and on the head. And yeah, I would be super satisfied if they painted in some of that detail that they put right there, but they didn't. Anywho, transformation. You want to rotate the legs in like this, put the foot like that, and put the heel spur in. Rotate that in, heel spur in. Go ahead and tab the legs together like that. Now we can go ahead and bring this down, or actually before we do that, bend the elbow backwards into this orientation like that. It was like that. Now we need to rotate it like that. Now bring this in, and it will connect to this part right here if you have it in a correct orientation. Same thing over here. Bend that. Down, make everything meet up. Flip these in right here. Go ahead and unfold this right here and unfold that. And we can we'll mess with this at the end. But let's go ahead and bring this up here to meet up with the feet. Now we can bring these side fenders, and what's nice, they painted that right there, and this is transparent, but since it's so dark, you can only see it a little bit under the right lighting, but that is a nice touch that they put right there. Now we can move arms, put the hands under here, and rotate stuff into place. Kinda don't like the feeling of this. It's like you gotta force this under here while trying to peg that in at the same time. Make sure these come back. And now we can bring this back here. And basically there's a tab there and a tab there that slots it into place. Sometimes it's difficult and fights you, but it will groove into place. Perfected by pressing it down right there, but now here and some of the pieces came undone. Ugh, just work around and make sure that everything's transformed right. But now he is a nice Corvette. I love it. They painted these stripes on both sides, unlike the original Age of Extinction one. They painted right here on the front of the bumper, painted that black. Or actually, I can't tell whether this is really green plastic with black on it or black with green paint. So that's nice. They did paint this, black. And this is actually paint too. It's black on top of this transparent black with the metallic flakes in it. So actually, it's a ton of paint. A ton of paint, really. Because all this black is paint. The bumper isn't. And they even painted the rear tail lights. But they didn't pick out Corvette right there. And they didn't paint the logo. And they didn't paint this, but that will be realistic if there is no license plates there. So it's definitely a nice car. And what I didn't show you to finish this off, and this is one thing the guns do. You can take the guns, take this little peg, and shove it into the inside of his forearm. Do that on both sides. And this actually helps with keeping this transform correctly right there once you get them like that. So weapon storage, I love it. Let's see how he rolls. It rolls nicely. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, they painted the rims. They don't ever do that. And they paint it all the way in there. So that's cool. Here's how big he is next to Titans Returns Hot Rod since he's in vehicle mode. So basically about the same size and whatnot. So yeah, I really like Crosshairs. If there's any of these deluxes I can actually suggest that you buy, this Crosshairs is nice. Only issues I have with it is the ones that I mentioned earlier in robot mode. The car mode is perfection, except that little dot right there where some paint chipped off. But I love it. This is really nice in car mode. So definitely, I say buy it. If you like this video, let me know in the comments. Let me know by actually clicking the like button. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Thank you for watching. I just figured out why he has those peg holes there. So you can peg him doing stunts in car mode. So that's cool.
Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit.